Ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Let's keep today exclusively for the men. Guys, if you're over 60 and you're experiencing a decline in your erections, perhaps they're weaker, less consistent, or simply not occurring at all, stop right there and pay close attention. I'm Dr. Leila, and I've worked in the field of men's health for more than 25 years. My areas of expertise are preventive cardiology and sexual wellness. As we find genuine answers, I've held the hands of innumerable men just like you and seen the hope transform from frustration in their eyes. I must tell you the harsh reality, though. Erectile dysfunction is not just a buzzkill for the bedroom or an unavoidable sign of aging. It's the urgent siren in your body warning of more serious problems to come. According to research from prestigious organizations like Harvard Medical School and the Mayo Clinic, ED frequently occurs 3 to 5 years prior to a significant cardiac event such as a heart attack or stroke. Consider it this way. Your penis's tiny blood vessels? When it comes to your entire circulatory system, they are like the canary in the coal mine. The larger arteries that supply blood to your heart may follow if they are failing. Ignoring this is akin to ignoring a flickering dashboard light on your vehicle. If you continue to drive, you risk having a breakdown. Hold on, though, because this is where the fun begins. We weren't abandoned by Mother Nature. She has hidden some of the most powerful cures in common foods you may already have in your kitchen cupboard. No costly prescription drugs, no embarrassing doctor's appointments for pills with embarrassing side effects. We are referring to nuts. Simple, crunchy, nutrient-dense powerhouses that can improve blood flow, reverse ED, and rekindle that fire you believed had been extinguished forever. By utilizing these innate allies, I have witnessed men in my practice go from feeling defeated and alienated in their relationships to once again having vibrant, connected partners. And today, I'm revealing 9 amazing nuts that can help turn those struggles around, all of which are supported by reliable research. Stay tuned as I will highlight the one overlooked gem that, according to research, can start to noticeably improve your erections in as little as 1 week. As someone who has led hundreds of people through this process, I promise you that this might be the game changer you've been looking for. Before we get started, I would appreciate it if you could click the subscribe button and ring the bell if you are watching this on YouTube or any other platform where you watch my videos. I pour my heart into creating content tailored for mature men like you. Tips on prostate health, energy boosts, and yes, keeping the spark alive. And drop a comment below. Type 1 if this resonates and you want more like it, or 0 if there's something I can tweak. Your input shapes what I share next, and it means the world to me. Now, let's get to the important part. Imagine that instead of merely consuming snacks, you are providing your body with the means to rebuild itself from the inside out. We'll start with what I call the undisputed champion for circulation, the nut that supercharges your nitric oxide levels and gets blood flowing where it counts. First up, walnuts, the circulation superstars. Walnuts? Oh, where do I start? I've had a lot of heartfelt conversations with men in my clinic who come in feeling like shadows of who they used to be. One patient, let's call him Tom, a retired engineer in his mid-60s, confided that he hadn't been intimate with his wife in over a year. He thought it was just old age catching up. But after we chatted about walnuts and he started incorporating a handful into his morning oatmeal, he came back 3 months later beaming. "Doc," he said, "it's like someone flipped a switch." That's the magic of walnuts. They're brimming with L-arginine, an amino acid your body converts into nitric oxide, a natural vasodilator that relaxes blood vessels and amps up flow. As we age, nitric oxide production plummets by up to 50%, according to research in the Journal of Clinical Hypertension, leading to those frustrating soft spots. But walnuts replenish that supply, ensuring blood surges efficiently to the penis for firmer, more sustained erections. And it doesn't stop there. These nuts are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, which combat inflammation and keep arteries supple. Inflammation is a sneaky culprit. It builds plaque that narrows vessels, hitting both heart health and sexual performance. In one study from the University of California, men who ate walnuts daily saw a 10 to 15% improvement in endothelial function, the lining of blood vessels, within weeks. Think of your arteries as garden hoses. Kinks and clogs mean weak spray, but walnuts keep them straight and strong. Plus, they're heart protectors, slashing LDL cholesterol and reducing the risk of those scary cardiac events I mentioned earlier. I've prescribed this to guys with early hypertension, And not only do their ED symptoms ease, but their overall energy skyrockets. Tom? He and his wife renewed their vows last year. Talk about a happy ending. So grab a handful, about 1 ounce a day, and watch how this king of nuts restores your vitality without fanfare. Now, while walnuts get the blood pumping, our next nut shifts gears to something equally vital: hormones. Specifically, the one that fuels your drive and keeps you feeling like a man in full. Second, almonds, the hormone harmony keepers. Gentlemen, let's get real for a moment. In my years as a doctor, I've heard it all. The quiet admissions from men in their 60s and 70s who say, "Doc, I just don't have that fire anymore." It's not just about sex, it's the low energy, the foggy mind, the sense that life's colors have dulled. That's often low testosterone talking, and almonds. They're like a gentle nudge to wake that system up. Packed with zinc, magnesium, and vitamin E, these nuts are essential building blocks for hormone production. Zinc alone is crucial. A deficiency can drop testosterone by 20 to 30% per studies in nutrition research. Vitamin E serves as an antioxidant barrier for your reproductive cells, and magnesium helps control it to avoid those draining crashes. Sarah's husband, who I won't name, was a 70-year-old former teacher who struggled with both ED and extreme exhaustion, which caused tension in their marriage. After we incorporated almonds into his diet, sprinkled on salads and mixed into smoothies, he reported improved moods, increased focus, and yes, a renewed desire within a few months. At first, it's subtle but profound. Almonds' good fats also help to stabilize blood sugar, preventing energy slumps that sap libido. Regular almond eaters balance that internal scale by having lower estrogen and higher testosterone, according to research published in the British Journal of Nutrition. Think of it like tuning a guitar. Almonds help your body play the correct notes by perfectly tightening the strings. They help you regain your masculine edge by nurturing you from the inside out. They aren't ostentatious. This is especially beneficial for men over 60, whose testosterone naturally declines by 1% to 2% per year. When you combine them with physical activity, you have a recipe for rejuvenation. Our third nut, however, is the fast-acting hero, the one that can produce noticeable effects in days rather than months if almonds lay the groundwork. I hinted at this surprise earlier. Third, the miracle quick fix, pistachios. Pistachios, my miracle in a shell. If there's one nut that makes men in my office go awry, it's this one. Why? Because eating roughly 100 grams per day improved erection quality and sexual satisfaction in just 3 weeks, with some people noticing changes in as little as 7 days, according to clinical trials, such as one published in the International Journal of Impotence Research. That is incredibly quick for natural remedies. The key? Healthy fats that reduce LDL cholesterol by up to 10%, antioxidants that zap free radicals, and high levels of L-arginine for nitric oxide boost. Consider Mike, a 65-year-old veteran who sought my help following years of unhappiness. His words, "I feel like a failure," were honest. I recommended pistachios, which are convenient to eat while watching television, and he was beaming broadly when I followed up with him. "It's working, Doc. Really working." His partner's emotional distance was repaired as his confidence skyrocketed and his erection solidified. According to certain Tufts University studies, pistachios also improve heart health by lowering inflammation markers by 20%. If your blood vessels were rusty pipes, these nuts would clean them up and enable a strong flow. In addition to being enjoyable to eat, cracking shells helps control portion sizes. This nut is a double win for men who have high cholesterol or diabetes, two common ED accomplices. It rekindles hope when you need it most and proves that there are quick wins. Our fourth nut jumps right into the hormone factory, igniting production where it matters most, moving from speed to depth. Fourth, the selenium spark plugs, or Brazil nuts. My favorite hidden gem for men who think their testosterone tank is empty is Brazil nuts. A daily dose of selenium, a trace mineral that is like rocket fuel for your testes, can be obtained with just 1 or 2. By promoting enzyme activity and hormone synthesis, Brazil nuts reverse the 40% decrease in testosterone associated with selenium deficiency, according to research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. One of my patients, Robert, a 68-year-old accountant, felt dried up after retiring. He was spiraling. He had no drive, no energy. Over time, his levels increased as we concentrated on selenium through Brazil nuts. When he told me, it's like waking from a long nap. Intimacy, a renewed sense of energy, and an improved mood. The menu has returned. Additionally, these nuts contain antioxidants that preserve sperm quality, which is essential for reproductive health in general. Consider selenium to be your engine's spark plug. Without it, there would be no ignition. According to studies, men who take it as a supplement experience increases in testosterone of up to 20%. However, exercise caution, 1 or 2 nuts at most, as too much selenium can be harmful. They are exotic but reasonably priced, and in my experience, they bring back the silent strength that many men worry will never return. Let's start with a topic that addresses blood pressure, a common silent saboteur. Similar to a warm bath for your arteries, our fifth nut relaxes vessels. Fifth, cashews, the experts in relieving pressure. Don't be fooled by the creamy, comforting vibe of cashews. According to CDC data, 70% of men over 60 suffer from high blood pressure, which is a major cause of erectile dysfunction. Magnesium-rich, they aid in blood vessel dilatation, lowering systolic pressure by 5 to 10 millimeters of mercury in studies published in the Journal of Hypertension. This implies improved flow throughout, including downstairs. One story that comes to mind is about a 62-year-old businessman who struggles with irregular erections due to stress and hypertension. His system calmed down when he added cashews to his snacks, perhaps with yogurt or trail mix. His erections became consistent, his blood pressure stabilized, and his sleep improved. Magnesium also helps with that. Cashew zinc increases testosterone, resulting in a synergistic effect. Think of it like releasing a tight belt. All of a sudden, breathing becomes easier. They contain copper for vessel integrity and potassium for heart rhythm. Because magnesium calms nerves, men with anxiety-related ED benefit greatly from it in my practice. It's about physical and emotional balance, demonstrating that little nuts have powerful effects. As we age, it's important to protect what we have. And our sixth nut does just that by preventing artery damage. Sixth, the guardians of the vessel, hazelnuts. I think of hazelnuts as armor, tough on the outside, protective on the inside. Packed with vitamin E, they protect arteries from oxidative stress, which reduces blood flow and hardens vessels. Diets high in vitamin E reduce arterial stiffness by 15%, which directly helps erections, according to a study published in the journal Circulation. Remember Frank? He was a 67-year-old golfer who had ED as a result of years of eating poorly. His performance improved along with his checkups when he started using hazelnuts, either roasted or in spreads. He remarked, "I feel protected. Polyphenols combat inflammation, and good fats reduce cholesterol." Hazelnuts smooth out arteries, which can be thought of as roads. They also work well in salads and coffee. This nut preserves passion by protecting the pathways, making it a preventive goldmine for men with a family history of heart problems. Healing is more than just protection. We occasionally need to be repaired. This brings us to our seventh nut, which is devoted to healing the heart itself. Seventh, the repair team, macadamia nuts. The true benefit of macadamias lies in their monounsaturated fats, which are similar to olive oil and have been shown in Harvard studies to improve artery health by increasing HDL and reducing LDL by 10 to 15%. They are transformative for ED associated with cardiovascular wear. On my recommendation, a 72-year-old widower who is recovering from a heart attack increased his intake of macadamias. Intimacy with a new partner blossomed, fatigue subsided, and his cholesterol improved. He said, "You've given me a second chance." These fats promote endothelial repair and lessen inflammation. They restore smooth flow, much like patching potholes. Expensive, but a tiny amount taken every day does wonders, highlighting the connection between sexual and cardiac health. Our eighth nut takes on the cunning enemy of inflammation, smothering the flames that smother vitality. Eighth, pecans, which reduce inflammation. Despite their southern charm, USDA research shows that pecans' antioxidants, including ellagic acid, reduce inflammation markers by 20%, reducing vessel damage and increasing flow. A 69-year-old farmer patient who was suffering from erectile dysfunction and chronic pain began by eating raw or pie-made pecans. Erections became stronger, inflammation decreased, and he felt lighter all around. He remarked, "It's like the fog cleared." Plant sterols also prevent the absorption of cholesterol. Think of inflammation as a slow fire that pecans put out. They improve well-being and are excellent for joint health, demonstrating that anti-inflammatory foods revitalize more than just the body. Lastly, the everyday hero, effective and approachable, completes our list with a surprise boost. Ninth, peanuts, which improve circulation. Peanuts? Indeed, resveratrol, which is found in red wine, is present in the humble legume. Technically, we call them nuts, which improves circulation and nitric oxide. It enhances vessel function by 10 to 20%, according to studies published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry. Peanuts were an easy place to start for guys on a tight budget, such as a 64-year-old mechanic I worked with. His erections and energy levels increased when he added it to his lunches. Then he laughed. Who knew? Niacin and arginine are added. They are simple and efficient, much like a daily multivitamin. They complete the arsenal when combined with other weapons. To sum up, guys, you don't have to let ED define you. These 9 nuts, almonds for hormones, pistachios for speed, cashews for peace, hazelnuts for shields, macadamias for repairs, pecans for peace, peanuts for daily power, Brazil nuts for sparks, and cashews for calm, form a natural blueprint to regain your strength. Throughout my career, I have seen rebirths, lives enriched, marriages repaired, and confidences restored. Take a mixed handful every day to start, and if necessary, seek advice from your doctor. Your prime is waiting. It's not past. Let's get it done.